Hello, my name is Maxim Craft. I am one of the co-founders behind Tour, the drag and drop trip planning app. I'm incredibly passionate about travel, and I also love to learn as much as I can about the places I'm visiting. And I'm very excited to combine these two passions together in this podcast to talk about the wonderful places we've covered on our Instagram account. If you're not following us there, please head to @officialtourapp and check out the awesome content we have been posting there. This week, we covered Japan, a country I'm personally really excited about. Japan is very multifaceted and has a lot to offer, from tranquil scenery to jaw-dropping cityscapes that look like they're from a science fiction movie. I cannot wait to tell you more about this amazing destination and inspire you to go out there and experience the country for yourself. If you want to start planning your trip now, feel free to download Tour on the iOS App Store for free and begin planning your journey to the land of the rising sun. Let's begin! First, I would love to talk about the Meguro River. It's one of Japan's most important rivers as it flows through Tokyo and its neighboring wards for almost 5 miles. The riverbanks are heavily landscaped and act as urban green spaces for the surrounding communities. Many avenues and streets have been developed next to it, with a wide arrangement of small shops and outdoor seating areas overlooking the canal. The most amazing part of the river is the sakura trees. Japan is very famous for the sakura tree, of course, which blooms in a bright, vibrant pink in the spring. Those are definitely worth seeing, especially in the town of Matsuno on the Meguro riverbank. The sakura trees cover the waterway with their iconic color and make for quite a striking picture. The second location we highlighted was, of course, the Nanatsusan Sanctuary. Located on the UNESCO World Heritage Kumano Kodo Trail, the complex is made up of the Kumano Nachi Taisha Shrine and the Segaintoshi Temple. Together, the two overlook the tallest waterfall in Japan, called Nachi Falls. The Kumano Nachi Taisha Shrine is a bright orange shrine dedicated to the deity of marriage, known as Muso Bino Kami. The shrine is one of the 3 spiritual stops for Shinto pilgrims completing the Kumano-Kodo pilgrimage route. What is incredibly interesting is the fact that the Segaintoshi Temple, a beautiful Buddhist temple, stands right next to the Shinto shrine. The two used to actually be part of the same complex, but were forced to separate during the Meiji period as part of the separation between Buddhism and Shintoism. The Segaintoshi Temple features a bold red pagoda overlooking the Nachi Falls, along with a beautiful Buddhist temple structure. The building is also the oldest in the Kumano region. And of course, no Japan-related travel podcast could ever go by without mentioning Tokyo. Tokyo is the capital of Japan and is home to more than 14 million people, which made it the most populous city in the world. The city is also home to the Emperor of Japan and the Japanese government, as well as hundreds of multinational corporations. The city was ranked first in the Global Economic Power Index and is classified as an Alpha Plus world city. Despite its incredibly large population, Tokyo has been ranked as the most livable and safest city in the world in 2019. And some good news for food fans. Tokyo hosts the highest number of Michelin star chefs in the world. Overall, the city is a must for anyone visiting Japan. The city has so much to offer that I would go as far as recommending going on an entire trip dedicated just to going around the city. Once you're done with the city drive of Tokyo, I highly recommend going on a hike to Mount Fuji. Located only 60 miles away from Tokyo, Mount Fuji would make for an excellent nature-focused trip to escape the urban scape. Mount Fuji is the highest mountain in Japan at over 12,000 feet and the second highest volcano in Asia and the 7th highest mountain peak of an island in the world. Mount Fuji is famous for having a very symmetrical cone, which is often used in Japan-related art and photographs. Aside from being an exceptionally dominant physical feature, Mount Fuji is also one of Japan's 3 holy mountains and a UNESCO World Heritage Cultural Site. Throughout centuries, Mount Fuji has inspired artists, poets, writers, and leaders. There are dozens of well-kept parks located all around Mount Fuji, which makes a trip to the area exceptionally pleasant and fulfilling. I also highly recommend visiting some of the many Buddhist and Shinto shrines nearby. I guarantee you that you will learn an insane amount about Japanese culture, religion, and spirituality as a whole. And that concludes our Japanese podcast. I really hope you enjoyed learning about the various amazing places you could visit there. If you're excited to visit Japan, make sure to download Tour on the iOS App Store for free and start planning your next trip today. Stay tuned for next week's episode of the Tour Inspires podcast. Safe travels, Maxim Craft.